A federal judge in Minneapolis has dismissed a gun case against an accused gang member because the prosecution was not able to get ready for trial in time. This is the U.S. Attorney's Office, led by Daniel Rosen, where a mass exodus of attorneys this year has left the office in shambles. KARE 11's Luber Goose has the story.
Tavon Timberlake has an extensive criminal history, starting with drug possession at age 18, then 5 separate convictions for being a felon in possession of a gun, followed by drug dealing and escape. In previous convictions, he was noted as a member of the Gangster Disciples. But Timberlake will not stand trial for his latest charge, another felon in possession of a gun count, after federal judge Paul Magnuson dismissed the case. The judge noted the government failed to comply with deadlines and failed to bring Timberlake to trial on time.
There was plenty of time to move this along.
Timberlake's attorney Kevin DeVore filed a motion to dismiss the case because of his client's constitutional right to a speedy trial. Timberlake has been in jail 169 days and had a right to be tried within 70. In the only response prosecutors filed, they noted issues related to staffing turnover at the United States Attorney's Office.
The issues that are going on at the U.S. Attorney's Office certainly are unusual, and that's really putting a lot of strain on everyone there at their office.
Since Daniel Rosen was appointed U.S. Attorney, at least 14 prosecutors have resigned, and Timberlake is not the only alleged dangerous criminal to go free. Rosen dismissed charges against career criminal Corey McKay last month, rather than take the drug dealing case to trial after the lead prosecutor retired. And as Rosen's office struggles to keep up with habeas corpus cases filed after ICE arrests, judges have held 2 DOJ attorneys in contempt.
In the last month or so, I think they're scrambling to try to stay on top of everything.
Regarding criminal cases being dismissed in that office, DeVore says he's never seen it before.
I've been doing this for 30 years. I personally have never had an order dismissing an indictment.
And the judge dismissed Timberlake's case with prejudice, which means that the charges cannot be refiled. I reached out to U.S. Attorney Dan Rosen's office for comment on this story, but I did not get a response. And remember, Chris, this is the same office I've covered extensively that under former U.S. Attorney Andy Lugar and then acting U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson, they led the way on attempting to dismantle Minneapolis street gangs. Now we're at the point where they have to dismiss charges because they can't get the case to trial.
I was just going to ask you about that. You cannot forget the U.S. Attorney's Office came in and helped Minneapolis PD and the Sheriff's Office. They made all these charges and lumped them all together, swiping all these criminals off the streets in one swoop. And now, with a new administration, they're literally dropping charges. So that guy's going free?
Yes, he has a pending thing that he hasn't been fully released from jail yet, but he's free from these charges and they cannot refile them.
And is there any fear that this might continue? Will other people get off because of this?
Well, it is the second one within a couple weeks here. So yeah, it's something that we're keeping an eye on.
All right. Thanks, Lou.